wonderful man.
Aunt Ruth and Aunt Dot.
And I was born in Brockton, August 9th, 1917. I went through the Howard School, and then I married. First time I married Bud McIntosh. We were married 14 years, and then we divorced. And I was very lucky to love dancing and my family. And I went over and danced one evening and met a very lovely man, Amy Gagney, who I later made my husband. And we then moved down here to Swansea and had a very happy, lovely life. And I had a beautiful husband who I lost on April 19th, 1993.
Now, he had children, right?
He had one son, Morris Gagney.
Are you a grandmother?
No, I'm not. I never had any children of my own. I did have he had one son who was married and had 5 daughters.
That's what I meant. So you have his grandchildren, right?
I have his grandchildren.
Oh, wow.
And great-grandchildren, which we don't see very often, and his son has passed away at his 50th birthday 2 years ago. And that's it.
And that's it. Now, who's this lady next to you?
This is my sister Doris Chicoy.
Aunt Dot, you're up. How is it that I call you Dot and everybody else calls you Doris? Did I learn the wrong name when I was little?
Call me any time at all, and any name, just so long as we're going to pull up a chair. I had a great time growing up. I was born July 25th, 1910. Had 2 sisters. 7 years later, the 3rd sister came along, which made the 4 Peterson girls. And it was kind of peculiar because the oldest one got married and moved in the 2nd floor. The next one got married and moved in the 3rd floor. I got married and stayed on the 1st floor to hold the fort. Later on, the 4th sister decided to get married and she left town. And I went to work early, had a load of friends, loved bowling, loved playing poker. We had a cottage at House Neck where we were welcomed with all our friends through the years. Enjoyed that. And now I met Walter J. Jacoy, and he was quite a guy. He joined the family, and we stayed right there.
And wasn't he a handsome football player? That's what I heard. Was he a football player in high school? Was he a football player in high school?
What'd you say? Was he a football player?
A football player. I think when I was a kid, you told me he was a handsome football player.
In high school, yeah. And very quiet. You'd meet him on the corner and he'd smile. And I was going with a chap at the time, Bill Poitras, and I was putting his car up, and it was pitch dark, and I went over and Walter was in his car, and I said, would you help me put the car up? Bill's sick with a cold, and I'm doing it. So he came over and did it, drove me home, and sat and talked for a couple hours in front of the house. And I guess that kind of got a spark going in him, because he called me a few weeks later and made a date, knowing I had a boyfriend.
How's your dribble doing, Brian?
Knowing I had a boyfriend, I still wanted to go, so I went. And that was it, beginning. And then a few months later, I switched boyfriends, and a very happy day of my life. We got married, and I was married 49 years. And he died August the 8th, 1985.
I remember him well. He was huge. And he used to be able to carry 2 big tanks at the same time. Like most of the men could only carry the one big oxygen tank, and I remember he could carry 2. He was a huge, incredibly strong man.
He was.
Now tell me about Aunt May, because Aunt May's not here, but I want her in the story. Aunt May was the first, right? Mary Adeline, she's the first?
Yes.
Mary Adeline is my mother.
But no, your sister. What was her name? May. Was
May.
she also married?
Mary Adeline, yeah.
Now tell me about her. Gotta have her in this.
Mary Adeline was the oldest and graduated from high school and decided to go to Jones's Business College. And she got herself a typewriter and was typing, and I guess she was very clever at it, and she went to work in the Diamond Shoe Company in the office. And she was quite a girl because she went for typewriters more or less in the beginning. And she stayed there all her life, and then her husband came along, H.R. Allen, came from Maine and was rooming there in North Main Street, and they all went to the Waldo Church. She met them, and they used to sing in the choir, and they'd come to our house. Maid played the piano, and the four men would sing, and all the neighbors would listen in the summertime. And then about a year and a half later, she married H.R. Allen, and that turned out great. She's the one that moved in the second floor.
Very good.
And then she took over the cottage down to the Cape. And then later on, she bought a place down in Marion on Delno Road, a beautiful place. We all went there for years during the summer, always open house. And that was about that's it.